Have you ever wondered if you could automate your Google searches? In this video, I'll show you step by step how to use Make, a powerful and inexpensive automation platform to automate your Google searches to use in an automation or to send that data to Google Sheets or a database like Knack. Hey, I'm Andy and I teach entrepreneurs and freelancers how to automate with Make.com. So the first step here is we need to create our own search engine using Programmable search engine by Google. Now the URL for this is programmablesearchengine.google.com, and I'll put that in the description below. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to click Get Started. And you can see here I've got some programmable search engines I'm already using. I'm going to show you how I'm using one of these before we go any further so you get an idea of a good use case. This is my AI-driven SEO blog post generation scenario. So I push blog posts to my website, to client websites, and this is the scenario that does that. And in this particular case, I'm starting with a keyword, and then I want to generate a post based on that. So I have to do some research on that keyword to find it. So right down here, I've got a step that searches for, it does a Google search for the keyword we're looking at. And then we're going to iterate that. I'll show you how to do this. We're going to iterate that. And then I have Perplexity. I say you're a keyword research assistant. Here's the keyword phrase. Go return the relevant content and ideas from this link. And so what I'm doing is Google search is searching on the keyword. It's bringing back the top 10 results. And then we're looking at all 10 of those to get the information from those pages that we can use to then write our own blog post. So this is doing the research on those top 10 pages. So I'm back here on my search engine, programmable search engine page, and I'm going to click Add. And I just need to give it a name. I'm going to say YouTube example. And then it says, what do you want to search? Do you want to search specific sites? So you could point this only at make.com or your website or some other site. You give it the URL and it'll only search that site, which is pretty helpful. I've just never really used that. I'm going to say search the entire web. And then I'm going to leave image search and safe search off. I'm going to say I'm not a robot. And I'm going to say create. It's going to give you this little box here that you can use to embed this in your website. I don't want to embed it. I want to use it in make.com. The important key here is there's a CX number right there. And we're going to go over to Make and look at how to configure our HTTP module to do this. First, I'm just going to put a basic trigger here, and I'm going to put a keyword in here. Let's say keyword, business process automation. Now, obviously, if you're running this, you may have a keyword from a previous step. You may be pulling from Google Sheets or a database, whatever. That's what's going to go in this step before here. I'm just giving us a keyword so we have something to work with in our HTTP module. All right, so let's look at our HTTP request. This is how we're going to send our custom search to Google. There's not a module for this in Make, but it's pretty easy to set up. So I'm going to open this up here. Here's the URL that you use, googleapis.com/custom-search/v1. Our method is a get, and right down here we have query string values. And what that means is when this is sent, it's going to add it to the URL. We don't have to worry about that. We could do it that way if we wanted to, but I prefer doing it like this. So right here is Q, and Q is our query. So I've already mapped the keyword here. I'm just going to map it from our first step. And then right down here is key. So this is going to be the API key that we get from Google. Now to get that, you go over here to Google Cloud Services, and this is console.cloud.google.com. And I've already created a space for this or a project for this, and I've also enabled the credentials. You have to enable the custom search credentials. Right here is my API key. I'm going to hit Show Key, and I'm going to copy that. Don't worry, I'll disable this when I'm done recording the video. Now we're going to go over here, and under Key, I'm going to paste that API key. Now right here, CX. Now if we remember back from our programmable search, we have this CX value. I'm going to copy that and I'm going to paste that right there. And that's all we have to do. So we're just going to simply hit OK. And I'm going to save this and auto align. And let's run this and see if it works. Looks like it worked. Status code 200, that is a success status code, so that's good. I'm going to go down here to data. Now we've got several different things. We have collections here. Items are the 10 items that were returned in the search. So let's look here. You can see the kind is a custom search. Here's the title. Here's the HTML title. The HTML title actually puts bold around the results. I don't see that here, but a lot of times it will bold like the keyword you're searching for, or the query you're searching for, and make it easier to see. So we really don't want that. Here's the link to that page. Here's the display link, snippet, HTML snippet. Again, this puts bold in there, formatted URL, and so on. So this is really what we want. We want these items, and that's what I'm using in my scenario where I'm generating the SEO blog post. I'm using the URL. So what we need to do, we look at this. This is in an array. We can see that right there. So we need to break that array from one bundle into 10 bundles. So we're going to click right here. I'm going to click on Flow Control. I'm going to click on Iterator. And right here, I'm going to add that items array. You can tell it's an array because it has two square brackets together. That is an array. We're going to click OK. Realign, save. Now this is just saying there's a transformer at the end. You should be doing something after it, which is fine. I'm going to ignore warnings, hit save OK, or save anyway, and let's run this. There we go. All right, so we ran this, and if we go over here to our iterator, we should have 10 bundles, and we sure do. Right here, bundle 1 all the way through 10. Now we can take these and put these into a Google Sheet or a database or use them in our automation. So I've copied my Perplexity step from over here in this scenario, and I've pasted it here. I'm going to go here, and so here's the keyword phrase. So if we do the same kind of research and say, here's a keyword, and I want to point you to a page to go do research on that page, we would put the keyword here. I'm going to map that right there. And then we're going to give this one a link. So the link we don't want the formatted URL. We want this link right here. So now this is going to use Perplexity to go and do research on all of these pages. So we're going to hit OK, center that up and save it, and let's run it. If you're enjoying this video so far, I want to encourage you to check out the Co-Build Collective. There'll be a link that shows up here. It's my business automation coaching community, and I'd love to see you in there if you want to learn more about Make.com and AI. All right, so our scenario has finished running. You can see here we iterated this into 10 bundles, so now we have 10 results here. So if we go in here, we can see, all right, so we've got some results here. So it sent it out to this first page, and it came back with what is business process automation. Here's a definition, here's scope, examples. So it went and grabbed data from that page, it researched the data on that page, and brought it back to us. And so we have essentially up to 10 pages we can use of that information. We can put those together and use those to write blog posts, or again, put them in a Google Sheet, put them in a database. This is a powerful way to research data and use Google search that you normally have to do in person, do that in your automations. All the blueprints for this scenario are available in my community. I hope you'll check out this video if you're interested in learning more about Make Automation, and I will see you next time.